All right, welcome back. So we've talked about the form of infinitives. Now we're going to look at some uses of infinitives and how we use them. So sometimes we have a very simple sentence where we only have one infinitive. But in English, we like to combine ideas. And we have a rule. We don't need to repeat two when we have a list of infinitives. But the thing to remember is we do need the first two. We can't remove all of them. So, for example, this weekend, he, subject, wanted is the verb. And now we have our first infinitive. He wanted to see a movie. Okay, clean his house. Now, is the sentence, this weekend he cleaned his house? No. Clean is also an infinitive, but we've removed two. Because this weekend he wanted to see a movie, and he wanted to clean his house, and he wanted to buy some groceries, and to wash his car. These are all the things he wanted to do, all the activities he had planned for the weekend. And so you see here, we've got the first infinitive has two, but the rest, these other three, do not. It becomes very repetitive if we always leave two. Imagine the sentence with two everywhere. This weekend, he wanted to see a movie, to clean his house, to buy some groceries, and to wash his car. A lot of two. So we remove it. Now, moving on, after this, these next 3 points are connected, they're related. And the first one is intransitive verbs. What's an intransitive verb? Does anyone know? Intransitive. I know it sounds familiar, but what is it? Well, an intransitive verb is a verb that does not need an object. It's a verb that makes sense or is understandable without the object. So intransitive verbs are followed directly by an infinitive. And again, the appendix I gave you earlier, appendix 14 on page A7, this is a list of intransitive verbs. So for example, I, subject, hope, verb, to meet, infinitive. I hope to meet a movie star when I go to Hollywood. Hopefully, I can meet someone famous. But if you notice, there's no object. It does not say, I hope me to meet. It doesn't say, I hope you to meet. It says, I hope to meet, because this is about me. Okay. So the next point is the other type of verb, which is transitive verbs. So intransitive means that it doesn't need an object. What do you think transitive verbs are? Yes, they are verbs that need to have an object. I'll give you an example. Imagine if I came in and I met you for the first time today. And I said to you, hi. You won't believe it. Yesterday I saw. Exactly. What did I see? It's very confusing because there's no object. So a transitive verb must have the direct object, and then we can have the infinitive. And there's a different list. So in your book, Appendix 16, on page A7, has a list of transitive verbs. And again, I've got two examples here for you. The first is, Misa invited, and here we need an object. Who did Misa invite? Misa invited Shoko to join us. Infinitive. So Misa invited someone. Who? Shoko. To do what? Huh? To join us. Maybe we were going to the movies. We wanted Shoko to come with us. Another example. She, subject, told, verb, who? Who did she tell? She told him, object. And again, the infinitive, to remember his notebook. And she told him. The object always goes between the verb and the infinitive. Okay, now, if this was it, that would be easy. But, unfortunately, some verbs can be both transitive and intransitive. So, for example, I, subject, expected to pass the course. Who was taking the course? Who did I expect to pass the course? Well, in both cases, the answer is I. I was taking the course. I wanted to pass the course. So I expected to pass the course is about me. But I expected her to pass the course. I expected her to pass the course. And now the meaning of the sentence changes. Who's taking the course now? Well, not I, but her. This person, her, she is taking the course. And does she expect to pass? We don't know. But I think that she is going to pass. So I expect her to pass. The verb here is intransitive, and here is transitive. And it changes the meaning of the sentence. One more example. Subject I wanted to listen to the CD. Whose CD is it? Who owns this CD? I don't know. But I wanted to hear it, to listen to it. If we look in our second example, I wanted him to listen to the CD. Who owns this CD? I do. It's my CD. Do I want to hear the CD? No. I own it. I have heard it, but I want someone else to listen to this CD. So with these verbs, you have to be very careful what the meaning is. Who will be doing the action? A subject or someone else? And if it's someone else, we have to put that object right after the verb and before the infinitive. Okay. So that's infinitives. Hopefully it was clear. If not, you can ask any questions you might have. I'll see you next time.